possible to stay in love many years in marriage? What impact does your marriage have on your children? Today we get to meet a couple married for 30 years as we decode this matter. Welcome to Decoded. My name is Dayan Masinde. I am a relationship and marriage coach. Every week, I sit down with different couples to find out what issues in their relationship or their marriage they need decoded. Welcome.
My name is Jarambo Arutumo, also known as Jarambo Ajeri, and I'm born again, and this is my wife Nancy.
Oh. Hello, my name is Nancy. As you've heard, ni wangu Jarambo Anjeri, here he is. And I'm also born again, and I love Jesus for giving me life and also for giving me this gentleman you can see here.
Yeah, and we have been married for the last...
We are headed to our 30th year in marriage.
30th year, yeah.
Yes, and
it's like yesterday. Umakumbuki, Mwalimu Hotel.
Wow.
Actually, when I met her, I was seated with a girlfriend, and she was seated somewhere, a place called Kisi Hotel, and the girl tells me,
your girlfriend. Tell them it's your girlfriend, not just a girl.
My girlfriend. And the girl tells me that chick looks naturally beautiful. And before that, this lady used to have a lot of makeups. And so it's like when she came to visit me, and in the morning she took a shower, and these things were not there. And wow, it was a different person. And I said, I'll never have another girlfriend with makeup. As you can see.
No, I'm natural as it is.
Yeah. So after that, the lady used to stay in Nairobi. I used to be in Kisii, and I continued seeing that girl I was shown, and she was working in a photo studio.
Yeah, Magic View Studio.
Yeah,
developing photos. And man, did I develop one photo for over 20 copies.
Yeah, I would go every day. Just to have a look at her, and I would go with a negative. Those were the days of a negative, and take to her.
Yeah.
Just to say hello and invite her for a cup of coffee.
And what did I say? No, I mean, he tells me coffee. I have sugar in my house. I have coffee in my house. I have water. So, I mean, I didn't have to go for dates with him or anything. I think I was trying to be that tough lady then.
And she was truly tough until one time we organized with a cousin so that we go for a hang, and they went, and me, I came with my friend. And the girl could not dance with me. So he had to get a way of separating her from the cousin. And in the course of dancing, we're in the dance floor. She's here dancing with the cousin. I'm here dancing with my friend Alex. Yeah. And then at those wee hours, I just nicked and told the DJ to put a blues. It's called a blues or a blue.
Blues.
Yes, yeah. That is where kila mtu na wake, kila mtu ashike wake. And it's like, wait until I reach there, then you just change from the funk into a blues. So we go, and it's been our song.
The Power of Love.
The Power of
by
Love.
Jennifer Rush.
Oh, and it goes like...
'Cause you're my lady, and I am your man.
Still remember it. That's about 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Wow. So I go to the dance floor, and immediately I get there, they switch. So lazima angeashika.
I'm looking and thinking, do I walk away? Do I dance? Maybe the kapiti in me said, okay, let me not let this guy just be left standing alone. And we started dancing without talking.
Then the cousin disappears.
Then my cousin disappeared into the thin air. I don't have anybody to take me home. So when he offered, I'll take a taxi and take you home, I said, fine. Better the devil you know than the angel you don't know. So
then I go and
I just got into the taxi, but sat very far. So that when I get to my point, I just alight. Little did I know
until
there was
you
a
see
plan.
us passing.
Yeah.
So it's like I go and get this friend of mine, and I tell him, gari iko na mafuta. Haya, Kisumu destination.
From Kisii.
From Kisii. Wow, money is good. We passed hiyo gate ya nyumba.
Good morning. Yeah, it was called Good Morning
Good morning,
Apartment.
and it's like, where are you taking me? Don't worry, I'm taking you home. So we go to Kisumu, and there's this
Biograda.
Biograda.
Yeah.
And she was in a very tight jeans, high waist, na amefunga ile mshipi nono hivi, amefungiwa hapa. And we stayed on Friday, Saturday and Sunday. Hiyo mshipi haikuwa ifunguliwa. And I think
It was a no-go zone at that time.
I think that's how you earned my trust.
Yeah, that's how I discovered this guy. I mean, he's for keeps. You stay with him and he doesn't query you on anything. He's just there and he doesn't query on that. So that is how we discovered we were meant for each other.
It's now time for me to have a conversation with this amazing couple here at the Trademark Hotel. Eish, Jaramba wa Njeri, na Njeri mwenyewe. Na Njeri, you look, hey, look at you holding hands. Eish, 30 years later.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You're telling me that hata mkitembea mnashikana mkono.
Ah, lazima.
Hey,
you find
We started it, we can't stop
you
it.
can't stop it.
Yes.
You can't stop it. And then at the time when you're pursuing this, your girlfriend then was telling you about this hot chick.
Yeah.
Now, now Nancy Njeri. And then there was a line that you used to tell ladies back then.
Oh,
What was the line?
my name is Jarambo Arutumo. My friend call me Dick, and I'm a friend to all beautiful girls. Like you.
I use and you use what? And you use what? You use what when what fails?
I use violence where diplomacy fails.
Oh my goodness, that was your pickup line.
I get you.
And you get.
Upende usipende.
And how come Nancy was the one who completely changed you?
Oh, she was just good-looking, innocent, free of makeup.
Eyebrows are already intact. Yes.
And she was so kind.
Yes.
And when we got married, it's like she would take up all the stuff. I was a drunkard, smoking, and she held it. My drinking, she would take me to the bar at 10, take me home, remain drinking.
Yeah.
And she really got into my heart.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I felt I'm being unfair to her.
Yeah.
She transformed me.
She transformed
And
you.
after that, I accepted Jesus
Wow.
for giving me such a wonderful girl.
Oh my goodness.
And to date, no makeup.
Today no makeup.
Still
Today
looking
no
beautiful.
makeup, eh?
Yeah, yeah.
And besides even accepting Jesus, you're now an elder in church.
Yeah, yeah. I'm a
which-
church elder.
which church is this?
PCA Milele Church.
PCA, oh my goodness. Eh? The power of love, eh?
Yeah,
The,
yeah,
the one
yeah.
the song that you're dancing to, eh? The blues, eh?
Yes,
Yeah.
it worked.
It worked.
Yeah.
Now, before we even get into marriage, there was that time where in Kisumu, umemtoa Kisii, and then umpeleka Kisumu, you as a man, hot-blooded young man. How young were you at that time?
I was 19.
24. 24.
24.
I was 19 when-
Oh, she was 20. She was 19. I was 24.
So
Yeah.
as a hot-blooded young man, you want to, get cozy with her, and then your mshipel the thick belt, and
Yeah,
nothing
yeah.
happened.
Yeah.
And then when she told you, she gave you a certain statement.
Yeah.
What did she tell you?
You cannot have me unless you marry me.
Oh my goodness! And then what did you do?
I had to marry her. I went and got an affidavit from a lawyer,
Oh my goodness!
and she fell for it.
Oh my goodness!
Yes.
You got a lawyer to draft a legal document so that you can legally marry this woman.
Yes. I found, actually, I tell people, a woman, we call it love at first sight.
Yes.
Ukishapenda body, hii ingine utabadilisha.
Yeah.
Mwanamke ni kama a blank cassette.
Yes.
Ile music utaweka, atakuwa kicheza hiyo kila siku.
Yes.
So you can change one another
Yeah.
to what suits you.
True.
Okay, wonderful. And now you said yes to him.
I said yes.
Why was that?
Probably is after that adventure, that night when we went to the hang, and
Biograda.
then we
He
went
was
to
drinking.
Kisumu. He
Ile
was
kabisa,
drinking.
yeah.
Yes, and we went to Kisumu. But I think one thing, because I'd been told by people, the way people talk out there, that guy, even my own people had told me, that guy is not a good guy, my friends. And when he didn't nudge about it, I'm sleeping and nobody's disturbing my night.
He respected
He
you.
respected
When you told
me.
him no
When
to
I said
sex,
no,
he was like,
yeah, and when I told him, you know what, it can't work now. We'll probably, after we are married, for me, it's the person who's going to marry me. And then he said, okay, fine, I'll do something. And I remember, I think I can remember that affidavit was written on February 5th.
February 5th.
Yeah,
You even
if I-
remember the date?
I remember the date. And it was brought to me, then I knew
Yeah,
this one is serious. Okay, maybe I was naive because
Maybe you're naive.
maybe this way I was a friend. Maybe he was given us some amount of money.
Yes, yes.
But at the end of the day, I said, okay, if he has, those 3 days were interesting, he was drinking, but nothing major happened, and that respect. I think that's what moved me to that. And maybe the destiny of God, sometimes you say, it is destiny. And many, many years down the line, here I am.
Here you are.
And here I am reminded every other day that si ulisema huwezi kana mimi si you go back. What are you still doing in my house? And I say, I am here to, this is my house. Actually, it's not your house
Yes,
anymore.
you tell him that.
It's mine now.
By the way, we dated for only 1 month.
1 month.
We,
Only
we
1
knew we knew each other for 2 months. We dated for 1 month. We got married.
And then you mentioned that he was very honest
Very.
about his past with you.
Yes. He
How
told me
honest
everything.
was he?
Honesty to a chance where I actually know all the girlfriends.
He told you all his girlfriends.
Yes.
There was this X, Y, Z,
X,
A,
Y,
B,
Z,
C, D,
and
M.
he remembers even a letter.
Yes.
He was written for
Yeah,
by a
there's a letter
girlfriend.
was written by a girlfriend, and I know its contents to
Yes.
date.
To
Yes.
date, and he read it out for me. He didn't have the letter, but he knows it, you know.
Yeah.
Whatever, it had a lot of content. What was it? Just a bit of it. Mount Kenya?
It says that Rome was built in a day, but within hours, something big, more wonderful than Rome has been created in my heart. That's a letter from a girl.
That was a letter from a girlfriend.
I don't know what to say, but I have to admit that from the minute I saw you,
Yeah.
my line of thinking was changed. I can't account for the change, but there's a new being born in the magic of love. That was the first love letter I received.
Oh, that was, and you
From a
remember
girl.
it word for word.
Yeah,
And
and
it's
I told her.
not me, so he told me that.
And you're comfortable with that level of honesty.
I think to that point, to a level where he told me all what he has done and everything about him, and I think that confidence that he created in me at that time told me this guy could be right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And knowing that the only thing I had known was a classmate who sat next to me. In fact, we always call him my village boyfriend. He knows him.
Yeah, I know her village
So
boyfriend.
you knew each other's past. You're very,
Yeah.
very
Yes.
open about
No,
it.
she
Very
had no
open.
past.
She had no past.
He had
But
all
she
the
had a
past.
village boyfriend.
She had a future.
Yeah.
No past.
No past.
Now,
Yeah.
there's something very, very. You wanted to be what was profession did you want to be?
I wanted to become a
You
nurse.
wanted to become a nurse.
I was even admitted at Kijabi Nursing School.
You were meant to become a nurse, and
Yes.
now you are retired,
Yeah.
and you were retired and doing which profession?
A teacher.
A teacher. What happened? How did you jump from being a nurse to a teacher? I hear that you played a role in it.
Yeah, she got a letter, and when you go for fun, you used to get these nurses who are on night shift, and you're having fun with them, and some of them are married, and I felt I hated that profession. But by then, nowadays I don't. I'm grown up now.
Clear.
Yeah, to be clear, it's okay. Nursing is good. Night shifts are good.
Yes.
But what I had seen, I was still very young. I thought she'd turn to be one of them,
Oh my goodness. Oh
telling
my
me she's going for night shift and she's going for a disco.
Oh my goodness. And now there is something very powerful that you ended up doing when she changed her profession
Told
from
my
a
dad.
nurse to a teacher. Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned to Decoded, because after the break you shall find out what Jaramba Wanjeri did and why he even calls himself that name. And then even guess what? Their daughter is around to join them here on Decoded. Stay tuned to Decoded. Welcome back to Decoded here at the amazing Trademark Hotel in Nairobi, and I'm still joined here with this couple. Kushikanana mikono. Hey, kupendana hapa kwa Decoded. You too. You're literally acting like you're teenagers who are so in love. It's
No, we're still teenagers here.
still teenagers.
Tuzeeki bwana, tuzeeki.
Tutazeeka.
You're on our honeymoon.
You're in honeymoon.
We've just started our marriage.
Oh my goodness.
Again, true. No kids at home now.
No kids at home. Wameshakuwa kubwa.
Like
They've moved out.
So we go cook together,
Yes.
do everything together,
Yeah.
shower together.
Hey, okay.
And that has been all through our lives.
Oh, but then when we were young,
Yes.
we were showering together because I could not sijifikiangi
Eh,
nyuma.
mgongo,
So
yes.
it started and he said, tukizaa
Yeah.
ndio tutaacha kushower.
Yeah.
Little did we know.
Yeah.
It was not going to
The
go.
most difficult part ni sazie tumekosana. We still have to shower
You
together.
still have to shower together. Eh? No matter what, you still
No
have to
matter
shower.
what.
Now,
That's nice.
when she wanted to do nursing, you told her to change, and
Yeah.
then her parents, or like they said something, then you ended up doing something that affected her for the rest of her life.
Okay, what happened when I told her she can't do nursing?
Yes.
Imagine msichana amemaliza shule anaambia ataenda kole.
Yeah.
So the dad went and akanihanda. And I told him, I will educate this daughter of yours
Yes.
mpaka mahali atachoka kusoma.
Mpaka mwalimu amechoka kusoma. Na amefika level gani sasa?
No, she's undertaking her PhD.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
You're about to become Dr. Njeri.
No. Dr. Njaramba.
Hey,
Dr. Jaramba.
Dr. Njaramba.
Yes.
Why Dr. Njaramba?
Because she's mine.
Okay.
So PhD ni yetu na yeye.
Okay. And then you're telling me like the level of education where you reached yourself as a man.
Mimi niko form 6.
Form 6.
After form 6 I got
After
a
form
job.
6 that you got a
Yeah.
job.
But I'm still the man.
You're still the man. So you're not intimidated by
But
a
then
PhD holding wife.
mshahara yake inaingianga kwa akaunti yangu.
True.
Na siringi.
And speaking of finances,
Yeah.
how do you handle finances?
We've had joint accounts ever since I started working.
Ever since you started working, you've been doing a joint account.
Joint account.
Why? Some people are wondering, like, what's up? What brought that about?
I bet it's we knew how we spend our money and from word go.
Yes.
And I think early enough we knew some of the issues that come up. Somehow we call it grace because we knew finances are some things that will always, at the end of the month, that's when people kosana so much.
Yeah.
So we decided, I think, for us to be, to know our finances, we have to be open.
Yeah.
Whatever he does with his money, I know. Whatever he does, I do with my money, he knows. So why not pull it together?
So the openness has continued to date.
Yes.
Not just in terms of your past, but also in terms of what are we doing together,
What
how
are we-
much we're earning, and what we're doing with the
Yeah,
money.
and we've also included our kids in that.
Yeah.
They know whatever we have, they know our accounts, they know what is in our accounts.
Wow.
I would feel comfortable giving my daughter my ATM to go, because I don't know how to use one.
You don't know how to use an ATM, so you give the...
He's always done all my transactions
Yes.
because he was working at the bank.
Yeah.
So why bother going to the bank when he's there?
By the way, we had this thing of that even with her big salary, 6-figure,
Yeah.
she'd just tell me, I need 30K.
Yeah.
And that's all.
Yes.
The rest, I'm in charge.
The rest will take care of that.
And I do what we agree.
Yes.
That's why they've been trust.
Yeah.
If it's giving out a donation, it's giving out this, we have to sit down and discuss.
And discuss,
The
yeah.
only thing we don't discuss is spending on ourselves and children.
Yes. Yeah.
We don't discuss. But
Yes.
any money going outside, we discuss and agree. My mother will get this, my brother will get this, we'll educate so and so.
Yeah, and it's open and transparent. And speaking of family, how do you handle issues whenever there are issues? Do you involve parents? Do you go and tell when you've had challenges in your marriage for these 30 years, whenever there have been issues, do you go ahead and tell parents?
I think that's one thing we agreed on from the word go. We'll never have a round table.
With the parents?
No.
No discussing your marital
No
issues.
discussing.
with
Of
parents.
yeah, because we are the people who are involved in it.
Yes.
We are the ones who are going to solve our issues.
Yeah.
We'll go to parents.
They'll
and at
take
the end of the
sides.
day, they'll take sides.
They
Yeah.
can be biased.
My dad believes I'm the best.
Yes.
My father also believes
So
the same thing.
it will be
so-
biased.
Yes. And then when you introduce yourself as Jaramba Wajeri,
Yeah.
why? Because what is
I'm
going on? Yes.
so proud of this beautiful girl.
Yeah.
From where she has gotten me from.
Yeah.
From an alcoholic, a drunkard. She would come
A
at the age of
chain
19
smoker.
and a chain smoker. I would smoke one packet in a day. She would come to the police station to bail me out in a cell because of drinking. And then you get married, I'm this crazy person doing all these things. Akanivumilia mpaka nikaona yenyewe I'm doing wrong.
Yeah.
Then after that, I stopped drinking through courtesy, through her. She's not been giving me any stress in life. That's why I feel young. I don't know if I look young, because it's you to tell me.
Young. You do look young.
At 54.
At 54.
Yeah. So I feel I belong to her more.
Yes.
Moreover, the Bible says a man shall leave the father and mother and cling to one person, and there'll be one.
Yes.
So I'm one.
Yes.
Kwa hivyo mimi ni Wanjeri. Na Njeri ni wangu.
Yeah.
Eh.
So you proudly
Ingine ni
introduce
story.
yourself as, yes, the husband to Njeri.
Yes.
Charamba Wanjeri.
Wanjeri.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Now, when it comes to children, hey, you have a very interesting parenting style. And then you mentioned that, you know, your daughter, who's actually living over here, Evelyn, that there was a time when she was having some challenge in terms of her performance in school.
Yeah.
What happened?
Okay. My daughter used to be a top 15. Then all of a sudden, she goes to second place from last. And it's like I wanted to know, because these people don't talk. She's in her teens, yeah, with a lot of things here and there. And you know, once a girl becomes a teenager, they start competing with the mother. Especially, they start, sijui kifua kubwa, admire. And by the way, these people get jealous.
Yes.
Wakiona,
The mothers get jealous of the
akiangalia
daughter.
daughter.
Yes.
Anataka yeye angaliwe. Anyway, it's a long story. So I confided with this girl.
Yes.
And the thing she told me shocked me. That you hate me because you don't have my photos on the wall. This was because when we got our first son, we had a camera. And then ile kutoa negative.
Ile film.
Yeah, so we had a lot of hard copies. But when we got her, it was digital. So we never had a lot.
So her photos were soft copy.
Yes.
And then your
So
son
she thought
was
we
hard
hate
copy.
her because her photos are not on the wall.
Not there.
Yes.
Imagine.
Yeah.
We put her photos, actually currently has all over.
Yes.
And she changed. And right now she's on her final year in the university.
Oh my goodness,
She's
the
actually
transformation
graduating in
right
October.
there.
She's graduating in October.
Yeah, yeah.
If I had not known that, I would have lost this young girl.
So it is important for parents to be sensitive to the
Very
children,
sensitive
be
to the
sensitive to children, and be
children,
able
yes.
to come to the children's level and to understand from their
understand where they're
perspective what's
coming
going on. Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, we've had it over here, and we are just about to be joined by their daughter, Evelyn. Hey, just come and have a seat, please. Oh, look at their daughter. How does it feel watching your parents so in love?
It's a challenge.
It's a challenge. How so? How so?
Because in this generation where finding love is a hard thing,
Yeah.
you look at them and you're like, hey, nitafika hapo lini? Kwanza na hii baridi.
Yeah.
Baridi ni mbaya.
Yes.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's a motivation and it's a challenge.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, when I look at my dad, I'm like, I want a husband like my dad
Yeah.
or my brother.
Yeah.
But mtu kama huyo,
Yeah.
you know, everyone is built to their own
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
Kuna vitu zenye wanafanya, so it's
Wow. You're quite an inspiration to your children and even as grandparents. And I think even your dad was saying how it is important to learn from the lessons from others. And so you're learning from them.
yeah,
Oh
even
my-
in church.
even in
usually
church,
he tells us you never live long enough to learn from your own mistakes.
Yeah, yeah.
Because he missed 6 years of his life,
Yeah.
so he wouldn't want us to
Yeah.
do the same to ourselves.
Wow, wonderful. Young people, let's learn. Let's learn from the ones who've gone before you. Get to learn from them. And now there's some cards in front of you. Married for 30 years. So if you can just unleash the first one, the first card.
All right.
Okay? So you say the first decade, according to you, it's your first line. The first decade, according to you, was what?
Fitting in.
Fitting in. And then the first decade, according to you, was?
Challenging.
Challenging. Okay,
Yeah.
let's go to the second decade. How did you
Okay.
describe it?
Mine was
Let's see.
Okay.
So yours was adventure. You described it as adventure. What about you, in
Fun.
Jaramba?
Fun.
Fun. Oh, you two are in sync. You two are so in sync. Let's look at the third decade.
Wow.
The third decade.
Be serious.
You described the
Ah.
third decade as
Passion.
passion and honeymoon. Look at that.
You can't be serious. Why you think I tell you not to think like me?
So you think I like, but then I said, sometimes I tell her something,
Yes.
and she tells me, I was thinking the same thing.
Yes.
No,
So
she's
I'm
meant for
wondering,
me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
look at that. They are meant for each
Wow.
other. And look at how it's connected. 30 years. And then there's one more card over there.
Okay.
It's blank.
Blank.
Now it's for you to feel it. The next decade together. Ladies and gentlemen, today we've been joined by an amazing couple. 30 years together. If you're a young couple, yeah, perhaps your decade right now is challenging. you're fitting in. Guess what? Eventually you'll get to the place where you can have fun like these two and even bless your children and your grandchildren. This issue has been decoded.